Hey. Share this link on both pages. Hey. Hey, y'all. That one right. Hey. All right, y'all. So apparently I didn't do lunchtime live earlier, but guess what? It's lunchtime somewhere. Oh, thank you. Glad to hear that. Glad that you're back journaling. It's amazing. Okay. So let me share this. Make sure you have your water, your journals, all the things that you need. If y'all ain't drinking water, why not? This is the perfect time. Thank you for the support. Thank you for buying some. I hope you found some of them useful. Okay, y'all, and I gotta put this in one more group. If you are on Instagram, can y'all share that I'm on live on YouTube? Because I did not go do that. I was actually watching Gold Mine and Coco's live on the phone, doing all the things. Okay, here's my group. How was everybody's day as I'm doing this, sending this link out? How was everybody's day so far? Well, I mean, we until tomorrow. So how was yesterday? How was day 4? So I'm actually getting a little used to this new norm slightly. I did have to go out and grab a couple of other things today. And I'm in, y'all. Like, I'm in. The only way I'm pretty much out is if I need to take something to my mother. And it's just a total, like, I really, really got to go. Outside of that, we're not doing that. All right, so we're on day 4. I was in my bed earlier just doing this. And I was like, I didn't put a video out. And in order to keep y'all engaged, y'all be like, girl, you ain't going live. You didn't go. I mean, where were you? So for the people that are used to seeing me during lunchtime live or at another time, they'll have something to wake up to. Or even if you up with me tonight, then we gonna journal together. Oh, that's right. It is today for some people on the West Coast. Yes, it is still day 4 on the West Coast. Oh, it's still day 4 on the East Coast. It's only 11. I got my times wrong. So yeah, we all are on still on day 4. Okay. So what I've been doing, y'all, is each day just writing a little something about the day. Yes, I love this little book. That's thankful. So I've started going in and adding stuff, and I'll actually do more to this page. We did this page, I believe, yesterday. And oh, your Central Time. Okay, so we got Pacific, Central, and then Eastern over here. Cool. So we got a little bit of everybody. And then this was day 2. And then we did Dear Social Media. And then this was day 1. So y'all see how pages can fill up extreme. They can fill up pretty fast if you just keep going. And not that everybody's going to write every single day, but just showing you a journal page can fill up fast if you don't look at it as if it has to be a long Dear Diary moment. All right, and so this is day 4, y'all. I have been missing my florals, and I found my florals in my room in this little basket where I keep other stuff. So to show you how much I really like florals, y'all can see how many pages are pretty much blank. So yeah, I'm a true florals girl. So this book is pretty much almost done. And this is the newer one. Okay, so something you can do, again, if you have sticker books all over the place, y'all pull your sticker books out. You can utilize them in your journals to add a little border, whatever you want to do with them. There's no wrong or right way to use them. What I do like about this particular sticker book, I'm not saying go get this. I'm just saying what I like. They have some edge corner pieces that I think are really, really cool. So I'm going to look for probably an edge piece. All right, so yeah, that'll be that. And I think I'm gonna do an edge piece, or I may do these. I think I like these little things right here. So let's start with this and just put this on top. And then I'm gonna layer a couple of them. Yes, I love florals a lot. And to me, just adding certain type of stickers just make your page pop without even having to do a lot of thinking. So when you're doing stuff, don't overthink. And then, like I said, again, a layer. Just put that on top. It may make sense, it may not. So whatever you want to do. All right, so again, we said this is day 4. While we're hanging out with it, I do think I'm pretty much going to date each day that I write. I ideally would love to write every single day, and I do think it's possible right now. I don't really feel like I can even make an excuse that I don't have time, because I do, right? So I'm gonna put this little line right here, and then we're gonna write what today's date is. Today's date is, oh man, did I date that wrong yesterday? I sure did. Hold on. Let me correct something real quick. So that was the 18th. So we're actually on the 19th. And I show. I don't even think it's the same blue that I used. I definitely. All right. All right. So we're going to put the 18th. So today is the 19th. And if y'all were on a couple of days, I was mentioning how I couldn't find my pens. Well, the bag was up at Staples still. It was still up at Staples. And I did go get the pens that I did not need. But these were on sale, y'all. They was like $4. And they're usually like 12 to 15, depending on where you get them from, in a pack like this. And then I have fallen in love with the Sarasa porous pens. And so one day, a couple of weeks ago, I bought 3. And then this time, when I didn't have any business being in the store, I bought more. So we're going to pull these out and see what we can do with those. And I feel like I'm still missing some, because I thought I bought a gray, but this is like my pen bag that I'll take upstairs. I'll just toss a whole bunch of different pens. This is one of my favorite thick writing pens from Scribbles by KP. And then I'll just toss some stuff. This is another one by Scribbles by KP that I like. And then that way I can have some pens with me without trying to take over 100 pens upstairs. All right, so we said it is the 19th. So let's go ahead and write that in there. We are March. All right, so remember, as we talk about how do you write your journal entry, if you don't want it to be so like Dear Diary-ish, you can list make. So what did you do for the day? Did you have to work from home? Did you have to go in? If you have kids at the house, how did that work? If you didn't have anybody out at the house, how did that work? Are you getting cabin fever? How is your mood so far? So those are some things that you can incorporate on here. You can also go in and add additional stickers if you want to layer some more. You can do that. So like I said, for the most part, I was in the house and then I had to run a couple of errands. That's when I came out of the house. So I believe I want to do, I think I just want to list some of the things that occurred today. Because this morning I really was on chill mode. Later was yard work. I did go to the post office. I had an order that I forgot I had even ordered. So apparently that was right on time. And y'all, my post office was like, you know how usually it's a whole bunch of people inside of the post office. Like if it was 2 people at the desk, only one more person could come in. So let's just say they're getting service right here. As a third person, you're right here, and everybody else had to wait on the outside. So they weren't playing no games. And then I asked her, I was like, okay, so let's just be real. What are we looking like in a couple of days or so? So she was saying it is possibly going to get to the point where no one will be able to be serviced per se, but let's just say you have to ship out some orders. You'll be able to drop those orders in that box, but you're not going to be able to go in and buy stamps or do X, Y, and Z. And I can definitely see that coming sooner than later. So that's something to keep in mind. If you bought the latest journal prompts, there was one activity on there that's like send a letter. So I did go ahead and purchase a book of stamps because I started thinking about, you know, like people that are older. What if you have somebody that's older and they're telling them to stay in? They may get a little sad after a while. So maybe some happy mail can reach them. I do feel like possibly by the time the virus spreads, if it was to get on that, by the time they get it, it would have died off in between transporting it. Don't know for sure. I'm not a scientist. I'm just doing a little deductive reasoning, okay? That's just my thought process. So I did that. So if you know somebody that may need a little cheering up, that's something that you can do. All right, so we said we did a couple of things. Early this morning was coffee time, so we can go in and put coffee time. I have some clocks in a book. Where is that book? Oh, don't break. Should be a... Yeah, it is. Let's use... Hey, Pine. I don't know if we stamping this one today, Pine. I might stamp another page. All right, so we said we start off with a little coffee time. All right, so we know my son had some homework. So I want to go in and add a little bit of blue. And so again, if this is your journal page and you're keeping a track of each day, you'll actually be able to see some of the things that you did throughout each day. Because a lot of times you're like, I didn't get anything done, I didn't get anything accomplished. But maybe this may be your journaling style for the next couple of weeks. Let me write what I did. Let me see if I was productive. Let me see how the day unfolded. Did you have family time? Did you talk to friends? You know what I mean? So just tracking some stuff like that, okay? So we know that he had school. So we're going to put let's call this digital. We're going to do digital learning. Now, he didn't have to do like, he'd have to check into a class. Oh, no, I take that back. He didn't have to do a class today, but what he did do is his track season is canceled, right? So a lot of kids' sports are canceled, but one thing his coach did was really cool is he held a digital track practice. So he showed them some track videos. And then next week, they'll be able to do some exercises at home just to keep them moving, because you have some kids that are really, really into track. My kid doesn't really care about track anymore like he used to. However, it's something that's going to keep him in shape. So we had digital learning. I also had a conference call because you're now running into the situation where, let's just say, you're a parent who has a kid in a sport. You have paid for the entire year for sports. What happens with those funds? So that was one of our calls. And so We're going to do a conference. So we had a conference call at 8 p.m. All right, so that was a track conference call. I also did something in reference to, I reviewed my expenses. I put a post out on a couple of sites where I said, hey, y'all, review your expenses. Don't be afraid to call your creditors, your bill companies, all of those type things. Some people feel like things are going to just disappear. It's not going to be everybody's truth, right? So if you have a car note, insurance, write out everything that you pay per month and check those people out. Check your emails. A lot of those companies are sending emails out and they're saying like, hey, this is what you can do. This is what you can't do. This is what we're willing to do for you. And so I did that. So we're going to call that, let's see what we're going to call that. Let's see. I'm going to call this Where Will My Money Go? And then under that, I'm going to put like call companies. We'll just write that as a subsection. Or called. So for example, one of the things, my car insurance put my payment on hold until, so far, they put it on hold until May. Because they're like, hey, I'm like, I got a financial hardship. So what we going to do? And then I'm a hairstylist. So I use a booking site. A booking site that costs quite a bit of money per month, okay? It's every month. They're pulling 35 to 40 depending on which systems that I use. They pull it out. Well, if I'm not working, how am I paying for your service? So what they did is they pretty much waived your service and they have it for as long as this is going on. They're not going to charge your card, right? So that was cool. They were hosting live video. So y'all, please pay attention to your emails, to your mail, banks. Like they're emailing you like, listen, we know there's stuff going on. We're not ignoring you. Now, with that being said, that's not going to be every company. Every company is not going to be understanding. Some companies are going to get what they can get while they can. And I get it. I'm self-employed, so I totally get it. However, maybe this is a lesson many people will learn in being responsible about your finances and not expecting somebody to clean it up. But you say, you know what? This is the perfect time for me to figure some stuff out. Student loans. Don't sleep on them, y'all. Like they're gonna give you an option, but they're not gonna automatically put your loans in that option. So make sure you check on that. And we gonna keep these fingers crossed that they say they're gonna wipe out all student loans. Okay. So whoever y'all were that prayed for this to keep y'all at home so you didn't have to go to work, I need y'all to say a different prayer so those student loans can go bye-bye. Because that would take like 40K, really almost 50K with interest off of my credit, and I only have about $60,000 in debt, most of which is student loans, right? So that's that, okay? So we did coffee time, digital learning, yard work. So let's go in and put yard work. All right, so I did a little yard work, and I also worked on my business. So we're gonna put Journal Jot and Jive. And I'm gonna put professional development. So what I've been doing with my business is researching different courses to take. I've been taking some e-learning classes just in different areas so I can expand. If you are self-employed, that is something that I would recommend to you. A lot of companies that normally would charge a high price point on some of their classes are slashing them in half. Some of them are giving it for free. So whatever information you can learn, you can do that. That also goes for even if you work a 9 to 5, there are a lot of courses that colleges are giving for free. So if there's some skills that you need to brush up on, this is the perfect time to get that stuff done. Don't let 4 to 8 weeks pass by and you're like, I didn't get anything done. And after that, it's like, okay, well, we back to normal. We're going to charge whatever, if not more. Okay, so take advantage of the things that are out there. So Journal, Jot and Jive, I'm going to put Learning Day. We also know earlier I mentioned I needed to go to the post office to get some things done, to pick something up for my mom. So she went in the store. No, me. Okay, so, and after today, that was last minute items. I'm like, I'm good. Like, until it's absolutely necessary, I don't want to go nowhere. All right. So, all right. We're going to do, I'm going to call it Last Chance Errands. Yeah, it's really live. Last Chance Errands. All right, and so we know I also journal, y'all. That's just kind of like it comes with the territory. But we're going to go ahead and write that on here. Hey, Nicole. I decluttered a little bit as well. As y'all are coming in, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so last chance, Aaron. Journal moments. Journal moments. We're going to write that in. Let's write that in. Make it a bit purple. Okay, I also did a little decluttering. Finally. Still need to do a little more. But got a little bit of that in. And then after I get off of here, even though I need to be in bed, I am going to read at least one chapter of the new book. One of the new books that I purchased. And so we said we did some declutter. Let's put that in green. I don't know how much this is. No, we need the dark one. So if you're just joining in, y'all, each day I am recording some. Yes, I think people should record their experience of it. So each day I am doing a page where I write, hey, what I did on this day. Now, when we're talking about a Dear Diary moment, that's going to be in another journal. I do feel like I am going to show you an entry of how I would write, right? And so, thanks for thinking about me. So I'm going to give you an example of what that might sound like before we get off of here. All right, so since I said declutter, we're just going to put clean up, okay? Really should have said cleaned up, but you get it. You get it, okay? So those are some of the things that occurred today, right? So let's say if this was a journal entry, how would you turn this into a descriptive journal entry, right? So a lot of people are going to probably write how they feel when they're annoyed. Not quite sure how many people are going to write about their experience when something good happens. They're probably going to let certain things overshadow. So you're going to want to infuse your journal entry with everything. I like how they write. They start off very, very fine, but I'm heavy-handed, so I'm going to automatically, by the time I finish with this pen, it's going to write like a medium point, but it starts off, I would say about a 5 point, like a 0.5. In comparison to the Stapler and the Stabilos, they write finer. I like all of them in different capacities. Yeah, they're similar, but not the same. Okay, y'all, and what she's asking about, these are the Stapler Tri-Plus fine liners. They write fine as well. And then these are the Stabilo. Okay, so if we were doing a descriptive journal entry, we may do something like, hey, today is March 19th, 2020. I woke up a little late, forgetting that my son needed to get up for school. Of course, he didn't set his alarm clock. Once he got up, he prepared his breakfast. He decided to make a smoothie and allowed me to taste some. It was really good. He started doing his work. As he did his work, I decided to brew some coffee. As the coffee brewed, I headed back upstairs to begin the declutter process. After grabbing my cup of coffee, I slowed down on decluttering because guess what? I ain't really feel like doing much of anything. I literally journal how I talk, okay? So something that most people miss is they try to structure their journal entries like as if you're writing a resume or a paper from somebody. Start writing your journal entries how you talk. So however you talk, if you're proper, by all means write proper. If you're country like me, write how you write. So if I'm going to be like, I'm literally going to write in my journal, this is how I felt, right? So another aspect may have been when I left the house. After hours of procrastinating, I decided to get up and head to the post office. My mom and I were on the phone talking about some good ideas of sending mail to loved ones during this time. However, honey, now I wasn't about to let her go to the store, so I decided let me go on and get in my car, and I headed over to the post office. Interestingly enough, the post office was still pretty packed. However, they had a system in place that really made me feel a little bit comfortable. So y'all see how I'm talking? Like, my journal entries sound as if you're reading a book. If I wanted to take a collection of my journals and turn it into a book for a bestseller, I could, right? So that's what descriptive writing is. Let's head on over to the store. After leaving the post office, I put my package in the middle console just so nobody would think that they can break in my car and get some stickers. Because yes, I literally only had stickers in that pack. I pulled up to Wayfield because I didn't feel like dealing with Kroger. So I thought going to the little hood store, what I call a hood store, wouldn't be crowded. But boy, was I wrong. It took me 5 minutes to find a park. After finding the park, I headed into the store. Everybody seems to look at each other a little crazy. Are you going to cough? Are you too close? But I laughed to myself. So this is how my journal entry sounds. So that's just an example of what my journal entry would read like. Any questions about descriptive journal writing? Let me know, okay? So yeah, that's how my journal entries would go. And in between some of those journal entries, I would actually still add a border, some cute little stuff. If you got some little stickers, so I might say, I went grocery shopping. Grocery shopping may be a sticker that has a cart inside of it, okay? So let's see if we can do a quick descriptive journal entry about, let's see. Somebody give me a topic you want to talk about really quick. Something simple, nothing hard. So we can write a descriptive writing example. Don't everybody all talk at once. Give me something, y'all. Something to work with. So as I wait, y'all, I'm going to decorate the page, okay? So I'm going to write your oh, a dream vacation. That'll be too long of a journal entry. Your journal should read like a book, not like Okay, so that might be your descriptive journal entry for your next journal entry, right? Your journal should read like a book, not a broken record. All right, so that's that. Okay, so y'all don't really have first day of spring. Huh. Okay. That may be a good one. That may be a good one, okay? Let's find us a little plan. And I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna be a good one. While everything is going on right now, spring ain't real friendly. Like the fact that you may have to cough, sneeze, all the above. Spring, you like, oh, I don't wanna. I do not want to. All right. Put this little flower down because we're talking about spring, so why not? We're going to clear this whole sheet off right now on this page. We sure are. Yes, yes. Like, I'm like, spring? You might need to take vacation, spring. We ain't ready for you. Not yet. We ain't ready. Let's try again in about next year. We can try again next year. The world is not prepared for you right now. All right, so let's talk to spring, y'all. Okay, so when you're in your journal, you talk to your journal. Okay, talk to your journal. You know how sometimes you talk to yourself when you get a little worked up. I don't know, y'all might not role play. I role play. Now you get worked up and you like, oh no, man, I ain't feeling this. Like, oh man, I can't wait till I go to this because it's gonna be amazing. You know how you hype yourself up? Hype your journal up. Hype your pages up. That needs to be a little saying. Hype your pages up. Okay. All right, so we're going to talk to spring in our journal entry, right? So if you're just joining in, we are talking about be descriptive. Your journal entry, if you're going to do a Dear Diary like entry, should be descriptive. So we want to talk about how do you make your journal entry descriptive? Your journal entry should be descriptive by who, what, when, where, and how. Y'all remember that in English? ELA? They call it ELA now. English, how they told you it needs to just be really descriptive. Now, we're not going to do like real people paragraphs and stuff. We ain't in school, okay? So if you misspell something, it's fine. But we are going to write our date somewhere. So we said it's March, still March 19th. So we may want to put, y'all know I like to make the page a little different. So we may want to turn it a little bit. And I may say, I'm going to Dear Spring. We're going to say spring. Yeah, we're just going to say Dear Spring. I know you are, because I don't think it's officially spring, y'all. I don't know when the official day is, okay? So we're going to say, Dear Spring, I know you are right around the corner. My eyes and nose feel you on a daily basis. The cars and streets are covered with tiny yellow particles. Periodically, my nose begins to itch. I often want to cough, but child, in today's world, coughing is not the best thing to do. Okay, so like this is how I'm starting out. Yeah, literally, this is how I write journal entries. Okay, I do like creative writing. Now some of my journal entries are a little different. They're a little like, what in the heck? I'm a little mad, but this is kind of how you would do a journal entry. So, okay, I'm gonna read it to y'all again because I was reading while I was writing. Dear Spring, I know you're right around the corner. My eyes and nose feel you on a daily basis. The cars and the streets are covered with tiny yellow particles. Periodically, my nose begins to itch. I often want to cough, but yeah, in today's world, coughing is not the best thing to do. I believe I will take my allergy meds starting tomorrow. But Spring, if I had to choose between you or, and okay, I can't say this name because they will strike this video, so I'm gonna write it, but I ain't gonna say it, okay? You or I will always choose you. May spring be nice to me. All right, y'all. So that's how I would do a journal entry, okay? So I just literally wrote a journal entry with y'all on live, all right? So that's my journal entry about Spring. Me and Spring need to get along. Spring doesn't need to let me cough, sneeze, eyes water. Spring just needs to go for a second. Go. Right, Pine? Okay, so let me read this again, and I'm going to put that in how Pine said, she who shall not be named. All right, so here we go again, y'all. So this is what we're calling it, just in case somebody fast forwards and they get to this part. This is called a descriptive journal entry, y'all. Like, your journal should be live. Like, you should like to go back and read your journals, you know, liven them up. Even if you mad, I'll do a fake faux mad one. I'm not gonna write it, but I'll give you how you can do a mad one if you need to be upset. Okay, I'll tell you how to do that one too. All right, so be descriptive. Your journal should read like a book, not a broken record. Right? Dear Spring, I know you're right around the corner. My eyes and nose feel you on a daily basis. The cars and the streets are covered with tiny yellow particles. Periodically, my nose begins to itch. I often want to cough, but child, in today's world, coughing is not the best thing to do. I believe I will start taking my allergy meds starting tomorrow. But Spring, if I had to choose between you or she who shall not be named, I will always choose you. May spring be nice to me. All right, so that's that entry. Okay, y'all. So tonight, your homework assignment is to have fun with your journal entry. Have fun with your journal entry. Love it. Like, this is going to be some couple of, y'all, we got time, okay? You know that little saying, I got time, cuz. I don't know if y'all seen that little meme that goes around. Y'all got time. All right, so you have time to develop your writing style. You have time to learn how to journal creatively. I am here for y'all. We know that I already have the journal prompts 50% off. You will start seeing a couple of things come down the pipeline in your email. So if you're not on the email list, go to www.journaljotandjive.com. Sign up for the newsletter so y'all can get things that are going to come through to give you some tips so you can have fun. I assure you, most of you, if you rock with me the whole way through this, most of y'all will fill up at minimum half of a journal, and you'll find a new love for something that most people run away from. So before we get off of here, it's 41 minutes. I push out sometimes to an hour. We'll go ahead and talk about if you have a not so good moment. You're not happy about something, you want to write about it. You can do it creatively, or you can just be genuine with what's going on, but you still want to be descriptive, right? Excuse me. So, for example, I gave y'all the example of looking at your bills that are due and calling the company, right? So you're going to call the company, and the company is going to be like, yeah, thanks for calling, but right now there's nothing that we can do for you at this moment. We understand that you have a hardship, but right now so do we. So your payment is due tomorrow. Okay, so at this point, you were mad. You were mad, you fussing, you taking it out on everybody, but you ain't even took it out on your pages. Your pages can't fight back. So this is why journaling is amazing. Your pages will not fight you back. Now, your pages will remind you of how mean you were to them when you reread your journal entry, but they ain't gonna fight you, okay? They're not gonna go off on you. They ain't gonna roll their eyes on you. They not gonna be like, who you think you talking to? Because this has nothing to do with me. So you're gonna just get a fresh page. You're gonna write why you feel like you feel. So if this was your entry, hey Ash, you missed quite a bit. We did a Be Descriptive journal entry, so hopefully you'll watch the replay. I actually did a live writing the journal entry to tell you how I do descriptive. And then we showed a day 4 what I did. Yes, don't take it out on customer service. You know, like a lot of times customer service is real nice, and a lot of times they're nasty. If they're nasty, hang up and start over, okay? But anyway, so let's just say they say, listen, you got to pay this bill tomorrow. I know things are going on with it, but you got to pay it. And so you mad, right? So instead of taking it out on your family members, your friends, social media, because we don't want to hear, because we all got stuff going on. We need some light on social media. We got enough negativity. So if you're having a not so good moment, yeah, Ash, I was watching hers. That's why I'm on late, because I knew she was going on and I wanted to catch her live. So let's say you're not having a not so good moment. So you're going to grab your journal and you're going to title it whatever you want to title it. If I was titling it, if you're familiar with G.D. Zoe, I can't say his whole name, and nor can I say the words that he normally says, but I would put IKYFL. That may be the title of my page. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to have to look him up. Okay, I'm not gonna say that because my mama watch my channel. Okay, so that's what I would have as my title. And then in the title, like in it, I would start writing like, hey, I decided to take some precautionary, yes, pine that. That's what I would title mine. I would say, hey, you know, this morning I woke up and I just thought, oh, I need to get ahead of things, and I'm gonna call my creditors and work some things out. After staying on hold for 45 minutes, I was able to speak to X, whoever the person is, going to be as descriptive as you want to. When she answered the phone, she already seemed like she was annoyed, so I knew this call was probably going to go a little different. After talking to her for 20 minutes, she told me that I would not be able to postpone my payment. Not being able to postpone my payment has really pissed me off. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm pissed off. I'm irritated. I'm already 2 months behind. All right. This is where we're going to pause. When you're doing a journal entry that's descriptive, take ownership in your descriptive writing. Yes, you're mad, right? You're mad because you called, you thought you were taking different measures, and you were trying to be an adult about it because you saw something that Renee posted and she was like motivating to get you to do what you needed to do that you didn't do before. Then you're going to get to the point where you told me why you were mad. You told me who you talked to, and you talked to yourself, okay? You told yourself why you were mad, who you talked to on the phone, how her attitude was. But one thing you left out was what was your disposition, right? So you may want to go in and say, you know what? Once her attitude shifted, I know I felt my attitude shift, and that possibly could have made the call go a little different. That's something you want to put in. After you acknowledge that they said no to you, you then want to talk about why you're frustrated. Are you frustrated because you waited to the last minute to make an arrangement? You ran away from your financial responsibilities, and now you feel like people need to bend backwards for you. I'm speaking from experience when I've had these issues happen where you have an attitude, you mad, you in tears, you like, I don't have the money. But at some point, ownership needs to occur, right? As I'm talking, y'all, I'm just about to doodle and put some stickers down. I'm just about to clear a sticker sheet. But at some point, you're going to want to take ownership in your descriptive writing and your journal writing. The reason you want to do that is as you grow as an individual, you should be able to look back at your journal and see where you have grown as a person. If everything in your journal is woe me, nothing is going right, I don't like this, they're not right, he, she, they, everybody did something to you, but you can't see what you've done, then part of the problem, a lot of the problem is actually going to be you. And so what I learned in my journal style and learning to write and change the way that I look at things, ownership is really, really huge, y'all. So while we're out on this break, you want your journal to, again, read like a book and not a broken record. Your journal pages should show the great, the good, and the not so good. If everything in your journal is the not so good, and even within that not so good, you can't see where you can improve, we're doing something a little different. You're doing something a little wrong. And at that point, I never really say you're journaling wrong, but at this point, if we're talking about seeing growth and how you can grow, you're going to have to change a couple of things out, okay? Thanks to everybody that's popping in. I've showed a couple of different pages on journaling. You will probably have to catch some of the replay. I showed how to do descriptive writing, how we're writing what we do each day during this. And now we're talking about descriptive writing on a not so good moment and how you should consider when you're writing those moments to even look at yourself in that situation, right? So hopefully you'll go back and look at some of those things. If you're just joining, make sure you hit the like button. If you've been here for quite some time and you still ain't hit the like button, girlfriend or guy, it's free. It's free, okay? It's free. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, cleared another sheet, y'all. Just cleared another sheet as we were talking. So again, your journal journey should expand within the next 7 to 14 days. I am going to create another, I think I'm going to do a 7-day, y'all. And one thing about me, when it comes to journal prompts, some stuff I pre-planned, some things come as things come up. And we're at a different stage right now. So a lot of the things that I had planned, you know, some things shift. And sometimes we have to be willing to shift with some things. I think I want to put a doll down on here. I think I'm just setting up a page at this point right now. Do any of you have any questions? If you are new to the journaling process, how long have you been journaling along with Journal Jot and Jive? Let me know. And I will tell y'all this, by the end of this staycation that we doing, oh, y'all gonna be talking to me a little bit more. Y'all just shy right now. It's okay. It's all right. I'll break y'all out of your shell in a little bit. In a little bit. Oh, no. I think I might do a trunk piece on here, y'all. Let's see. If y'all don't know what a trunk piece is, this is from Gold Mine and Cocoa. It's like clothing items that I love. But then I'd be like, do I want a clothing item? Or do I want a sticker doll? Awesome. Oh, wow. That's been a minute. That has been a minute. Did anybody watch Debbie Allen? Or did y'all dance with her yesterday? I didn't dance with Debbie yesterday, Auntie Debbie. And I think she's going live again on Saturday. So I think I wanna go to class with Auntie Debbie. I do think I wanna go. I'm mad. That could be my little exercise. So I'm gonna have to look up what Auntie doing. And then Sister Erica Badu, okay? She's gonna do a dollar concert. And so I'm waiting for the link, because I do feel like that's gonna sell out real fast. And so I gotta go to my sister's concert. I do. And I gotta sing out of key and everything. So that's coming up. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, listen, I'm not quite sure. Everybody been posting it everywhere. So I gotta do my research. Cause I gotta go to her concert. They also have free Broadway plays, so I need to see what's coming up. Oh yeah, John Legend got one too. So y'all don't sleep on this. Like, yes, this is a whole heap of a ham, what's going on with it. However, I do see some good things coming out of this. And I'm a natural homebody, so while a lot of y'all be falling apart, I'm actually in my safe haven. So I just really ain't falling apart like a lot of y'all, okay? I think a lot of y'all are going to learn how to sit down somewhere. You know how your grandma used to be like, sit down? And some of y'all are finally sitting down somewhere. I think that's what's happening with some of y'all. Welcome. Welcome to where a lot of us introverts are at. I know that I'm really, really like a hyper person, but if you were to meet me for the first time, I would be really quiet. I do, I observe a lot, y'all. So most of y'all, if y'all met me the first time, y'all be like, oh, she all hype on the channel, and I meet her in person, and she all real quiet. Girl, because I don't know you yet. Nope. And again, y'all, these are trunk pieces. Oh, yeah, he is. Raheem Devine, honey. I love me some Raheem Devine. I think you spelled it right. I think you did. Gonna put us a little necklace on. We getting dressed to go nowhere, y'all. But that's okay. Because let me tell you what I'm doing, y'all. I have a couple of clothing items that I bought. And I'm like a smidget from being able to fit in them. The amount of water I have been drinking and the amount of urination that has been occurring. You know, I don't know if many of you all know. When you pee, a lot of waste comes out of that. And you actually lose. I ain't ready to use that purse. Hold on. She wasn't ready. You lose weight from drinking water as well. So y'all better get into it. And anyway, with all of this stuff going on, anyway, you should just be getting into it. Just because. All right. So we're going to put her over here. Because we're going to make this tie in. I ain't got no more pink flowers like that, though. So we're going to make it tie in when I pull. She ain't wearing no shoes. Cause she ain't ready. I ain't ready to use some of these shoes. So, well, I got 2 pair of. Hold on, y'all. Let me think about it. Y'all might not be getting no shoes. I don't think. I don't think y'all getting no shoes. Nope. Nope. Y'all ain't on. Sorry. I don't know. No. She took her shoes off. She got home. She already had this outfit on, and so she got home, and she took her shoes off, and so she just walking around giving herself a last look, you know. I use a lot. Y'all. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Y'all ain't even using y'all stuff. Telling me to use my stuff. Y'all know I'm a moderator in the group. I see. Y'all be holding on to everything, telling folks to use their stuff. That's a strong no for y'all. Ooh, but this red shoe would have set this off though. Like, see, y'all don't be seeing it how I see it. Add that little pop of red. I don't know. Y'all might get a shoe. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Y'all not gonna tell me y'all using y'all stuff because y'all not. Y'all not, but I am. About to pop this red shoe. Yep. We gonna pop this red shoe right here. That red shoe with that red lip. Bruh. Y'all ain't ready. So here's the key to using these, y'all. Stop trying to be matchy-matchy. She gave these to you to give you an idea. But a lot of y'all want to be like, I got to use this whole thing, right? But y'all, like, wardrobe is about being able to use several pieces and mix and match, right? So let's just say you're actually buying these items to put in your closet. A lot of these work well together, okay? So step out your comfort zone. Do something a little different. Use your stuff. Why y'all got me using my stuff? Time I use the shoe and y'all ain't use the first shoe. Y'all trifling. I said it. Yep, y'all are. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's add our little border. Add a little border. Y'all be hyping folks up to use their stuff. That's all right. I got another order on the way. I got another order. And so you may be like, okay, what can I do with this page, right? Why not do a nice little quote? Do we want to find us a clothing quote, maybe? Some clothes. Got me up here using my stuff. Y'all ain't using nothing. Just trifling. Or I may feel like I ain't ready to write on this page yet, right? So that can happen too. So sometimes I'll create a page and I might not want to write on it right now. But we have, in an hour, we completed day 4. We did a be descriptive, but I need that to pop off the page, so that's not doing enough for me. So we'll just go around it with a little black. And there it is. Yeah, sometimes I think when it gets too hot, my phone gets too hot, I think it'd be like, yeah, girl, we done. So that may have been what it is. And we're pretty much done anyway. Just wanted to pop back on here so I could finish out the live, because it'd be real country when it just ends abruptly. So again, oh, thank y'all for popping back. Hey friends. Hey YouTube friends. Thanks for popping back in. What I'm thinking is happening is after so long, my phone overheats. And it'd be like, girl, what you want me to do? And so I think the app just says, yeah, girl, this is all that we gonna do. And so I think that's what happened. But as I said, we're pretty much done with this. And this is like a journal page set up and good to go. If I decide to write on it, I will. But thank you all so much for popping in. If you didn't catch all of it, catch the replay. I know lives tend to be a little bit longer than a pre-recorded video, but you did get quite a bit of information out of the live, I hope. And if you enjoyed it, please let me know. I'm starting to get a lot of my regulars, so I know who comes in quite often. I know some of y'all that come in actually are quiet, but I know y'all are regulars because y'all end up staying. I can't see who you are if you just wanted to know, so I definitely can't see. But there's a consistent number, and my goal is to keep that number growing. So if you know anybody that can benefit from journal moments, learning how to journal, especially in a time like this, y'all, definitely guide them to my page. They can catch the other videos, the videos where I'm not talking. I am going to do a combination type thing because there are some people, honestly, even though I talk to y'all, I tried the whole not talking to y'all a lot, but analytically, y'all prefer for me to talk more. So that in itself is crazy because I honestly prefer just to do the video, speed it up, add some music, keep it moving. But you have to kind of adjust when necessary. So I do appreciate y'all. I want to make sure that I say that often. I would say business owners, we don't say thank you enough. It takes you all for us to keep going. And I am definitely thankful for you all in a time like this when many of you all could have fallen back. Many of you all have actually stepped up more. So I'm definitely thankful for you all. All right, last flip through. Well, we can flip through from day one. Let's go ahead and flip through. Day one, we started right here, and this is a plain Jane. So if you notice, plain Jane page. Then we did the Dear Social Media. That's when I talked to you all about the social media prompts. Before I get off, let me put that on here. Pay here. Jot and Jive. And y'all, all journal prompts are 50% off right now. Let's see. When you use the code LUCKY50. So make sure you don't buy them if you've already gotten them now because I haven't added any new ones yet. More will be added, and I'll always let you know if some new ones are available. But as long as we are in this, I will keep the journal prompts at 50% off. And that will ensure that you all have enough material to write on. I am working on material for what we're going through specifically right now. Okay, so I am working on that. And again, like I said, sign up for the newsletter on my main page. And as I send the emails out, you know, you'll have different notices. Like it'll talk about the, what is that? It'll talk about YouTube. It'll talk about journaling. I'm actually going to start rolling out some journal tips, different things like that. So y'all will see a change with Journal Jot and Jive. A lot of things I'm learning. Stuff is learning curves with digital social media. Yeah, it's a lot. It's more than most people know. So I'm excited to learn. I have different programs that I've purchased. So I'm in a learning curve as I update my sites and stuff. So I'm excited for y'all to see those changes come as well. And in between that, make sure you are writing. Make sure you unplug when necessary. I know we're in a scroll mode right now because a lot of us are like, I ain't never had to stay in the house this much. Not me, but some of y'all. And so that in itself is causing a lot of you to overuse social media, and that can cause anxiety for some people. So if you need to unplug, journal, color, read, do chores, declutter. There are so many different things you can do to step away from social media, all right? So we'll talk about that on another video. And again, thank you for popping in. Y'all have a good night. If you are on the East Coast, we kind of need to start winding down. It's midnight. So let's do that. So I'm going to take a book to my bed because that'll make me sleepy. But anyway, I will check y'all out tomorrow. We should be doing lunchtime live, real lunchtime live tomorrow. So I will see you all then. That'll be between 12 and 3. Not going to give you a real time. Between 12 and 3. Just stay on the lookout. All right. Good night.